What's up, guys? I'm being silly. I'm really sweaty. I'm doing a little experiment with this. I've got the aircon. Well, the aircon's not working properly, but it's blowing a little something. It's better than nothing, I guess. But I just want to see if I've got that on low, if I can kind of get away with having it on low and the mic doesn't pick it up too much, so that I can at least have some type of circulation in here, because it is hot. Got my bottle of water though, and yeah, at some stage I do need to get that AC working. But anyways, guys, what's up? This video is not sponsored by any water company. Doing my thing. Alright, guys, so man, woo. Guys, welcome back. It's a beautiful day. And guys, I'm always happy to see you guys. You guys already know. I am always so happy to see you guys. Now, today what we're going to talk about though is I thought I would bring another music story to you. Something about my time as a sign artist to Sony and all that kind of good stuff. But I just thought maybe I'll just share some cool stuff about being a sign artist. Maybe just being an artist in general. Maybe just matter of fact, how about I share with you a cool experience of me performing with some big name acts that I've performed with, and what it was like performing with them, and maybe meeting some of these big acts and whatever, you know, and give a little story about some of this stuff. I think that'd be fun, right? Because that's part of the process. I know you guys, you know, want to perform if you're an artist, and I know if you're someone who's a fan of music, you like watching people perform, and you probably in the back of your head sometimes is like, what is it like to be, you know, performing with someone like that? So today I'm going to talk about what it's like performing with Ja Rule. That's right, I'm bringing out the big guns at first. We're going to start with Ja Rule. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of my experience with Ja Rule, and it's quite an interesting story. So before I get into it, make sure you click that subscribe button, get that notification action so you don't miss out on any potential uploads, because if you don't click that bell, then you miss out on stuff, man. Like, that's just the way YouTube is. You got to click that bell and click all so you don't miss out. The other thing is, you know, if you can click that like button, you know, I'm not going to be mad at you if you click it. So let me talk to you guys about Ja Rule, the man Ja Rule. Guys, that was an interesting experience. Let me tell you, like, damn, that was crazy. Ja Rule, first of all, can I just say, I thought he was taller, like a little bit taller, but he's like not that tall. Like, he's not, you know, he's just shorter than I thought. I thought he'd be a little bit taller, but on film everyone looks a little bit taller, you know. But anyways, he was an interesting guy. He was a nice guy. Ja Rule is, the Sir Ja Rule is a nice guy. He's a kind of chewed guy. Just ignore that accent. I don't even know what that was. But anyways, look, I met Ja Rule. So on the day that I performed with Ja Rule, I opened for Ja Rule, and then I had some of my artists open for me. It was just, you know, they opened first, and then I did right before Ja Rule went on last. Now, I don't know if I should, do you guys just, okay, I'm gonna have to be really real with you guys, and should I include all the things that happened? Because some of the things I could say might just surprise you. I gotta tell you the truth. So, and I gotta do that, and it's not me hating on anybody, but I gotta tell you from my experience exactly how it is. That's just gonna happen. Otherwise, no point telling the story if I sugarcoat it. So, this is my experience with Ja Rule. So, anyways, first, Ja Rule came in the man, and shout out to Ja Rule. If the likelihood that you watch this video, which I will dare say there's a good chance you will never watch this. And that's okay, I'm fine with that. That way you don't get all mad about me saying things exactly how it was. But because it was Ja Rule, man, like now, I don't know, some of you guys might not even, some of you new cats might not really know who Ja Rule is, because he's kind of disappeared a bit from the scene, you know. But Ja Rule, like early 2000s and stuff like that, around that time frame, Ja was the man. Ja Rule was the big freaking artist of that time frame. And Ja Rule has this image, you know, this kind of hardcore gangster type image, because, you know, Murder Inc. and all that stuff is, you know, that's kind of the image that he's had, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, that thug image. Now, a lot of people, just a little information for y'all don't know who Ja Rule is, but some people would say he was like a wannabe Tupac, you know, kind of such, you know, that's what some people would say. But anyways, that's neither here or there. It is what it is. You know, I'm not one of those people. He's just Ja Rule to me. He's Ja Rule. And Ja Rule, he has some dope songs, some iconic songs. If you go to an R&B club, if you're an R&B cat, you would have heard one of Ja Rule's songs at some point in time. Okay, Living It Up, you know, all these songs that he had, the one for Shanti and all these different songs that he had. He had some iconic songs that still get bounced in the club. You might not be aware that you listen to Ja Rule if you're from the new school and you just don't know. But I'm pretty sure that most of my audience are people probably going to know who Ja Rule is, because if you roll with me, you're probably from that era and you know who Ja Rule is. It's just probably just the way it is. So, anyways, Ja Rule rose up, and I thought that Ja Rule was going to be like just rolling, like, I think, see, my image, you gotta remember, until that point in time, I'd never performed with Ja Rule, so I didn't know what to expect. My expectation, though, was that I was gonna get this king of hip-hop rap, like, dude who freaking came in and ran things, you know what I'm saying? Like, came in with his, you know, tons of big bodyguard dudes and freaking, you know, his entourage and his dancers and all this thing. I thought he was gonna freaking put on a crazy show, you know, and have it all like just huge. But in reality, it wasn't like that. I was a little bit, actually, to be honest, like I don't know, should I say? I'm gonna gotta tell you like it is. I was not impressed. I was just a little bit surprised, because he came in and it was like he just kind of just rolled up. It was like, hey, I'm here. Hi, Ja Rule. He didn't talk like that. Hey, what are we doing? Ja Rule. But no, look, he rolled up, and the reason I'm kind of just disappointed, because I did expect a lot more. I had a lot more expectations. He basically came in, his DJ guy, and I use that term loosely because he didn't really seem like a real DJ whatsoever. He might have been, I'm not hating, but basically they had just this one player. It's really literally like a sequence, like a music sequence, where it probably had like all the Ja Rule songs on it that he was going to perform. And the thing that annoyed me was, it was basically, might as well just had a CD player playing his CD, because that's exactly what was coming over the speakers. It was just his songs from start to finish, and it wasn't like a special show or special remixes or anything like that. It was literally the song play, and you could hear it fading, like literally, like when you listen to CD. So it was like, I wanna be YOLO. You know, it faded out. It was like the album version, dude. And that, to me, man, like, if you're gonna go and perform live, that's what people want to see. They want to see you perform live. They do not want to see you just basically do your album as it's the album and every song fades out like they're listening to the album. I can listen to your album at home and it's cheaper, you know what I'm saying? The other thing, though, that really, there's some things like, yeah, I gotta tell you guys like it is, because people who know and have heard the story, you guys know how I feel about it. I was actually really disappointed. It's funny how your people who you look up to as artists, you have this expectation and you're super excited to see them perform live. And don't get me wrong, because his songs are so iconic, like everyone who was there had a great time just to hear the songs and Ja Rule just kind of basically overdubbing, singing over his freaking song kind of situation, you know, but you know, just, you know, people enjoyed it because it was Ja Rule there in front and just, he had like his freaking, I don't even know what he was drinking, probably, you know, but he had a bottle of something in his hand. I can't remember what it was now. And he's like this, and he's like, and for you guys to understand, if you've never seen me perform, you have to understand something. I bring it. I don't mess around when I perform, guys. I practice hard, I train hard, my team trains hard, my back dancers train hard, and everything we do, we put our best foot forward. I don't just come out with regular freaking songs. Like, I put together a show. I put together, even if it's 8 minutes long, I put together a show. I've got some type of intro, I got some type of something happening. You know, I put the effort in. And so at this particular show, I had my back dancers, you know, we came out, we freaking tore it up, man. We freaking killed it, you know? And then Ja Rule had to follow that. And it was really, I'm a hard act to follow, man, straight up. You don't want to follow me if you ain't put in the freaking effort and the time, because I will freaking bring it. That's what the people are paying for. That's what the people are there for. They want to see a live show performance. They want to be electrified. They want to feel like that they've been entertained properly. So that's what I do. I bring it. And I'm singing live. I'm doing my stuff live. I'm there for it, you know? And so Ja Rule, I mean, even, so he had 2 dancers. They weren't really dancers. There was 2 girls that he picked up in Sydney when he was in Sydney and said, hey, you want to come and dance? So I'm going to be performing. And he literally had these 2 girls, freaking just random girls who weren't even real dancers. They were just trying to be sexy and, you know, failing because I think they might have been drunk or something. I don't know, but it looked freaking horrible. And they made Ja Rule look horrible, and I just can't believe he did that. It really was disappointing, guys. Like, but you know, it was Ja Rule, so I guess, you know, it was still interesting and it was still fun. I mean, when he was backstage, it was funny because he was in the back smoking a joint. No surprise there, right? But he was smoking, and you know, I decided to go in there and do what I do, which is basically say funny stuff. So I went in there backstage while Ja Rule was back there. I was like, yo dog, so man, look, I just thought if you want, you can get a picture with me right now if you want, because you probably wanted to, and I just wanted to go ahead and let you get a picture with me. and Ja Rule looked at me and he went, do you want a picture of me? And I went, yeah, man. So I basically was trying to reverse psychology him, but no, anyways, but it was cool. Like, I had fun meeting him. I mean, look, he's an interesting dude, and I have to say on a positive that obviously he must be, you know, pretty okay guy, because he did agree to come and do a show with yours truly. Hey, and that's all good. So, but I just was expecting more. I was a little bit let down. I felt like he could have put in more effort and did better, but it was still Ja Rule, so I guess it is what it is. But hey, that's my Ja Rule experience. I wish I could say it was like this super surreal, awesome thing, but I guess I wanted to tell you it like it really was, because I wanted to let you guys know that just don't be starstruck. Like, just because it's Ja Rule or freaking, you know, a million other people who are out there, doesn't mean that, don't let them steal your limelight, basically. Don't put them on this pedestal, because you might be disappointed. And let me tell you, Ja Rule could have did better. Ja Rule, if you're watching this, I ain't hating on you, but you could have, you know within your heart, you could have did better. You did really do You know in your heart you could have did better, but I've never actually gone to a Ja Rule concert. I've never been to one of your concerts, Ja. I've never been to see you perform anywhere else. So maybe that's just your thing. Maybe you're not a performer as such, and maybe that's just what you do. Maybe you just go and push play on your thing, and you know, your deck, whatever, your DJ pushes play, whatever, that's cool. And then you just go out there and you just sing over your songs, your lyrics. Sometimes if a place has bad acoustics, I understand that, it's cool. If you're out in the stadium, it's really windy, I understand there's situations where you might want to do that. Yeah, I mean, maybe you, after you saw my show, I'm sure, maybe you wasn't planning on putting the two dancers that you had on stage. Maybe maybe you didn't intend to, but then you saw what I brought, and then you figured you're gonna have to step it up. And so you're like, hey, y'all wanna dance? Cause I need a little something on the stage. I don't know, I ain't hating though, because you are one of the most influential rappers of a generation. And you know, some would even say that you were, as far as the rap game goes, you were an icon, and some people out there might even list you on their top 20 rappers of all time list. Some people might do that. So, you know, shout out to you, Ja Rule. It was a pleasure meeting you, and it was a pleasure to be able to perform with you, and I had a great time, and I thank you for allowing me the privilege. And if it sounds like I'm dissing you or something, I'm not dissing you, I'm just sharing the story with the people. So don't take it as a diss. But you know, dog, you could have did better. You could have did better, Ja Rule. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I got nothing but love for you, Ja Rule. Thank you so much. And yeah, all you Ja Rule fans out there who love Ja Rule, much love to you. I'm a Ja Rule fan too, or I wouldn't have even wanted him there. Obviously, I like Ja Rule too, guys. Come on. Calm down. I'm a Ja Rule fan. But anyways, I just gotta tell the story how it was. So my point is, so we did the show. He did a show, and I opened for him, and then he came out. He, at some stage, he smoked a joint, and then he sang over his songs, and then that was that. And then he left, and yeah, that was. I probably could have did this video a lot shorter when you think about it. I could have just said that, but I guess it wouldn't have been as entertaining. Anyways, guys, that was my Ja Rule experience. I'll share another story next time. The next one I do is a lot more entertaining, I promise you, because they actually, I'll save it for later. Anyways, guys, talk to you later. We're out.